What if you woke up tomorrow and every dollar, euro, and peso suddenly transformed into Bitcoin? Imagine the whole world running on a single digital coin, like the entire planet agreed to use the same digital ruler to measure value. Money today is a mess. Every country has its own currency, its own rules, and its own way of creating more money when things go wrong. Bitcoin, however, is different. Whether people love it or hate it, it's the first global money that doesn't belong to any country. So the big question is simple but huge. If Bitcoin suddenly became the official money of the entire world, how would life actually change? Would everything get better, or would society collapse like trying to build IKEA furniture with missing screws? Imagine the world as a giant classroom with 195 kids, each kid representing a country. Every kid brings a different ruler to measure their homework. Inches, centimeters, hands, bananas. Total chaos. That's how global currencies work today. Now imagine all 195 kids switching to the same ruler. That's the world under a Bitcoin standard. Suddenly, the confusion, the conversion fees, and the your money lost value overnight surprises start disappearing. One ruler, one measuring stick, one money. But things wouldn't instantly become simple. You walk into a store and see a sign saying 2.00000015 BTC per apple. Your brain shuts down. People panic. Stores panic. Your grandma panics. Eventually, everyone adjusts and prices settle into something more understandable, like 30,000 satoshis for an apple. Just like switching from miles to kilometers, it feels weird at first, but becomes normal fast. One of the biggest changes would be inflation, or rather, the lack of it. Governments today print money, sometimes responsibly, and sometimes like a kid who just discovered an infinite candy cheat code. Bitcoin doesn't let anyone print more of it. Its supply is fixed forever. That means no more surprise inflation, no more money printing sprees, and no more silent taxes on your savings. But it also means governments would have to do something revolutionary, actually budget. They couldn't just create money whenever they needed it. Taxes might rise. Public services might shrink. Congress might have to look at expenses and say the words, "We can't afford that." Wild. For everyday people, savings would become powerful again. Right now, saving dollars is like trying to store water in a bucket with holes. Every year, a little more leaks out. In a Bitcoin world, the bucket has no holes. And sometimes it even refills itself because Bitcoin tends to rise in value over time. People might start saving more, spending less, and thinking long-term. The economy might begin to look more like your grandma's philosophy. Pay now, don't borrow unless you have to. Great for responsible people, tough for companies built on buy now, panic later. Banks would also face their biggest transformation ever. Today, banks make money by lending out your deposits, charging fees, and creating complex financial products. But with Bitcoin, you can control your money directly. No bank freeze, no bank printing, no bank deciding what you can do with your account. Banks would have to evolve into something new, maybe vaults that protect your Bitcoin, maybe loan providers, maybe security companies. But the era of your money lives in the bank would be over. Your stick figure would finally hold the piggy bank directly. Countries with weak currencies would celebrate like it's a national holiday. Places where money loses value every week, sometimes every day, would suddenly get financial stability. Imagine being paid in the morning and not needing to rush to spend your money before prices rise at noon. In countries like Venezuela, Argentina, Lebanon, and others, Bitcoin would feel like switching from a roller coaster to a smooth, straight road. But there's a catch. People who already owned Bitcoin before the transition would instantly become the wealthy elite of the new world. Meanwhile, countries with strong currencies, especially the United States, might freak out a bit. The US dollar is the king of global money. It gives the US tremendous political and economic power. If Bitcoin replaced the dollar, the US would lose a major advantage. Some people would see that as progress, others would absolutely not. The political drama would be enormous. Expect TV interviews, heated debates, and at least one politician shouting something like, "Bitcoin will turn teenagers into financial ninjas." Economically, the world might slow down at first. Since Bitcoin doesn't inflate, it doesn't encourage endless borrowing or reckless spending. Debt-heavy companies could collapse. Governments might scramble. People would hold on to their money during the transition, waiting for stability. But over time, the global economy might become healthier. Fewer bubbles, fewer crashes, more long-term thinking. It's like switching from fast food to home-cooked meals. Less exciting, but way better for you. Crime would also take an unexpected twist. People often say criminals like Bitcoin, but criminals use anything: cash, banks, gold, gift cards, cars, goats. In a Bitcoin-only world, every transaction is traceable. Every payment leaves a permanent trail, like footprints in fresh snow. Crime doesn't disappear, but criminals would definitely look for new strategies, probably goats ago. For Bitcoin to become world money, technology would need to level up fast. Billions of people would be using it every day. The network today can't handle that. We'd need global Lightning infrastructure, easier wallets, kid-friendly interfaces, elderly-friendly recovery systems, and a whole new generation of security tools. Bitcoin would need to feel as simple as tapping a card. No cryptic passwords, no losing funds because you forgot a secret phrase. And something huge would happen socially, a global fight over privacy. Bitcoin is transparent. Everyone can see transactions. As soon as the whole world uses it, privacy becomes one of the biggest political battles ever. Some countries would demand new layers of anonymity. Others would want full transparency. Laws would change. Debates would explode. It would be a global tug-of-war between privacy and security. Inequality wouldn't magically disappear. Switching money doesn't erase differences. People who already had Bitcoin would become the new wealthy class. Governments might try to tax early holders or redistribute BTC. Others might fully embrace them. Either way, Bitcoin owners from before the transition would become the old money families of the digital world. Daily life, however, would look surprisingly simple and smooth after the transition. You wake up, buy a coffee for 2,500 sats, pay rent for 550,000 sats, send money to a friend instantly, and get paid in Bitcoin every week. You travel to another country? Absolutely nothing changes. No exchange fees, no weird conversion rates. Your money works everywhere. Stores show prices in sats, your wallet tracks spending, your savings grow over time. At first, it feels like learning a new language. Then it just becomes the language you think in. Countries would also start competing in a new way. If Bitcoin is neutral and no one controls it, then governments can't use money manipulation as a strategy anymore. So they start competing on better laws, better craxes, better services, better technology. It becomes a global economy Olympics. Nations race to attract businesses and talent, winning not by controlling money, but by being efficient and innovative. But the biggest shift of all wouldn't be technological, economic, or political. It would be psychological. For the first time in human history, trust would move from governments to math. Today, you trust money because you trust the issuer. The US dollar works because people believe the government will protect it. Bitcoin works because math protects it. No politician can change the rules. No bank can rewrite the code. No billionaire can control it. Money becomes something no one debates. It simply is. So here's the final visual. Imagine a giant scale. On one side, every government, bank, and financial institution. On the other, a tiny orange coin with a B. Right now, the scale is completely uneven. But if Bitcoin became the world's money, the whole scale flips. Money becomes global. Savings become powerful. Governments become disciplined. Individuals gain control. And trust shifts from humans to mathematics. It wouldn't be easy. It wouldn't be smooth. It wouldn't be perfect. But it might be the closest thing humanity has ever had to one money for one planet. And whether you love Bitcoin or think it's digital wizardry, it forces us to ask the most important question of all. What should money be? A tool controlled by a few or a tool shared by everyone? Whatever answer the world chooses will shape the future, and we're all going to live in that future together.